You weren't supposed to find this. If you're watching right now, something beyond probability brought you here. Out of millions scrolling past endless content, you stopped. You clicked. You're here. And that's not random. There's a frequency at play, an invisible resonance that only 1% of people can detect. An ancient keeper of cosmic wisdom understood this, how reality bends through vibrational alignment. And right now, at 3:33, that alignment has created an opening. A doorway most will never see. What I'm about to share will expose the invisible architecture controlling your experience. The reason your life loops through the same struggles with money, relationships, and purpose. And I'm going to hand you the master key to dismantle that architecture. Stay present until the end, because this isn't about improving your circumstances. This is about awakening from a reality construct you didn't realize you were imprisoned within. If something inside you recognizes this moment, pause and comment, "I am ready," to mark your energetic intention. Because what exists behind us and ahead of us pales in comparison to what exists within us. Your presence here holds meaning. This isn't coincidence masquerading as chance. Right now, while infinite distractions compete for your attention, something broke through. An invisible current, a subtle frequency guided this transmission directly to you. Not yesterday when you weren't ready. Not tomorrow when the window closes. Now. Consider this. Among billions of messages flooding the digital field, what caused this specific one to reach your awareness? The answer isn't algorithmic. It's universal law. The same principle ancient wisdom keepers like Thoth, guardian of hidden knowledge, mastered completely. The universe doesn't function through randomness, but through frequency matching. Your energy, the invisible broadcast you emit continuously, has achieved a particular resonance. You've tuned into a station only a small percentage of consciousness can access. This tuning wasn't deliberate. It emerged from an unspoken yearning, a deep knowing that existence contains more than surface routines. This inner restlessness, this question you haven't fully articulated in words, transmitted a signal into the quantum field. What you're experiencing now is the response, the universe echoing back that call originating from your core. This meeting isn't informational. It's a threshold moment, a crack in consensus reality appearing at the precise instant in your journey when transformation has already begun weaving itself into your timeline. It's an invitation to recognize what's already shifting beneath the surface. Many receive similar signals but dismiss them, labeling them mere coincidence or luck. They continue circling the same patterns without recognizing that liberation was presenting itself in plain sight. But you're different. The fact that you're still here, that something within you sparks with recognition or curiosity, proves you're prepared for what comes next. What's about to unfold isn't theoretical philosophy or abstract spirituality. It's a mechanism, a revelation about how your reality constructs itself moment by moment, and how you've been participating in that construction unconsciously. Understanding this mechanism is the first movement from passenger to pilot in your own existence. But before you take control, you need to see how the vehicle actually operates. And the truth about this mechanism is more intimate and startling than you imagine because it reveals precisely why your life crystallizes into repetitive cycles. That sensation of being locked in a loop isn't illusion. Reflect on it. The identical financial obstacles, the repeating relationship dynamics, the persistent professional stagnation that shadows you regardless of external changes. We convince ourselves this is simply how life unfolds, a random sequence of favorable and unfavorable events. But the reality is more direct and unsettling. We construct this cage ourselves, brick by brick, day after day, completely unconscious of the building process. And the blueprint for this construction is encoded within your neural architecture. Contemporary neuroscience has validated what ancient wisdom keepers like Thoth communicated through symbols and sacred geometry. Every thought you generate and every emotion you experience activates neural networks. When you cycle through identical worry patterns, identical frustration, or fear responses day after day, you're reinforcing these neural connections. Eventually, they become superhighways of automatic response, hardwired pathways that compel your consciousness to travel the same routes, making alternative thinking or feeling nearly impossible. But here's what most people don't understand. These neural pathways don't just influence your thoughts. They create what neuroscientists call a default mode network, a kind of autopilot that runs your life when you're not paying attention. And here's the startling truth. You're on autopilot approximately 95% of the time. That means only 5% of your daily experience is actually conscious. The rest is programming, patterns laid down years ago, running on repeat like a song stuck on loop. This autopilot doesn't just affect minor decisions. It governs your emotional responses, your relationship patterns, your financial decisions, even how you perceive opportunities when they appear. When an opportunity for growth presents itself, your autopilot might reject it because it doesn't match the familiar pattern. Your subconscious programming literally filters out possibilities that don't align with your established neural pathways. You're living in a self-imposed perceptual prison, seeing only what your programming allows you to see. But this repetition doesn't remain contained in your skull. It generates a persistent energetic signature radiating outward. Imagine yourself as a transmission tower, broadcasting continuously. If your broadcast consists primarily of scarcity thoughts and anxiety emotions, that's the frequency you're emitting into the quantum field. And the quantum field, operating as a neutral mirror, simply matches that signal, manifesting circumstances in your experience that correspond precisely to that vibration. It's not judging you, it's reflecting what you're being energetically. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you turn the dial to 98.5 FM, you don't get angry at the radio for playing that station. You understand that the frequency you selected determines what you hear. Your consciousness works identically. The frequency you're broadcasting through your thoughts and emotions determines what reality you experience. And most people are broadcasting on the same frequency they've been on since childhood, wondering why they keep hearing the same songs over and over. This is why change attempts rooted purely in willpower collapse repeatedly. You might decide to think more positively, but when your neural programming and energetic signature remain calibrated to negativity, it's like attempting to drive north while your engine pulls you south. You exhaust yourself battling your own system, and eventually, the original pattern reclaims dominance. The frustration you experience isn't weakness. It's evidence you're using an ineffective tool for the task at hand. Willpower operates from the conscious mind, which controls only about 5% of your behavior. Meanwhile, your subconscious programming, running the other 95%, continues broadcasting the same old frequency. It's not a fair fight. It's like trying to row a boat upstream with a teaspoon while a powerful motor propels you downstream. The motor always wins. This is why New Year's resolutions fail, why diets collapse, why attempts to change habits revert to old patterns. You're fighting a battle with the wrong weapon. If this is resonating with you, Take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel to stay aligned with this frequency of awakening. This programming initiates early. Throughout childhood, we absorb the belief systems and emotional patterns of our environment and culture. Money requires struggle. Life means suffering. People can't be trusted. These aren't just statements. They become the operating systems running your subconscious, governing your automatic responses and filtering your reality perception. You exist inside a structure that was constructed around you. And the most dangerous part is believing this structure represents the entirety of existence. Your childhood environment imprinted you with specific frequencies. If you grew up around financial stress, your nervous system learned to associate money with anxiety. That association doesn't live in your thoughts. It lives in your body, in your cellular memory. Every time money appears in your life, your body automatically triggers the stress response, sending signals to your brain that money equals danger. Your conscious mind might want abundance, but your subconscious is screaming, "Threat detected," and the subconscious always wins that battle. But what if you could dissolve these neural pathways? What if you could interrupt this automatic broadcast and transmit a completely different signal into the quantum field? It's not about battling old patterns. It's about rendering them irrelevant. There exists an internal technology, a dormant power residing within you, capable of bypassing this programming entirely and constructing a completely new pathway. The key to this dissolution isn't located in your mind, but in a place science is only beginning to acknowledge. The key concealed within you. Most people attempting life transformation declare war on their own thinking. They combat negative thoughts, force positive mindsets, and criticize themselves when they fail. It's exhausting and almost always unsuccessful because the analytical mind is neither the source nor the solution. The actual key to breaking repetitive cycles exists not in the brain, but in a place modern culture has systematically ignored: your heart. And this isn't poetic language. It's frontier science. Research centers like the HeartMath Institute in California have made a paradigm-shifting discovery. They measured the electromagnetic fields the human body generates and found that the heart's electromagnetic field measures approximately 5,000 times stronger than the brain's field. Let that register. Your heart isn't merely a blood pump. It's your most powerful antenna, a transmitter and receiver of energy in constant communication with the quantum field surrounding you, the invisible matrix of reality itself. But it goes deeper than that. The heart contains approximately 40,000 neurons, its own independent nervous system that communicates directly with the brain. In fact, the heart sends more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. The heart is literally guiding your brain, not the other way around. When your heart shifts into coherence, when it achieves a specific rhythmic pattern, it sends signals to your brain that enhance cognitive function, emotional stability, and intuitive knowing. This understanding isn't novel. The ancient Egyptians, following Thoth's teachings, recognized the heart, not the brain, as the seat of intelligence, soul, and consciousness. In their final judgment, the heart was weighed against the feather of truth to determine whether a life had been lived with coherence and integrity. They understood the heart as the portal to divine intelligence and the engine of manifestation. This ancient knowledge was dismissed and forgotten. But modern science is inadvertently confirming their wisdom all along. The Egyptians weren't being metaphorical. They understood something modern science is only now rediscovering. The heart is a sensory organ that perceives reality before the brain does. Studies show that the heart responds to future events before they happen, detecting changes in the electromagnetic field approximately 4 to 7 seconds before the brain registers anything. Your heart is literally perceiving future possibilities and guiding you toward them, but only when you learn to listen. This powerful antenna holds the secret to shattering your repetitive cycles. While your mind operates in linear time, trapped in loops of regret about the past and anxiety about the future, your heart exists in the eternal now. And it's the feeling, the emotion, that carries the magnetic charge capable of drawing new possibilities from the quantum field. A thought alone remains just potential. A thought fused with elevated emotion from the heart becomes a command to the universe itself. Here's where quantum physics validates ancient wisdom. In quantum mechanics, particles exist in a state of superposition, holding all possible outcomes simultaneously until an observer collapses the wave function into a single reality. Your consciousness is that observer. But it's not your thinking consciousness that collapses possibilities into reality. It's your feeling consciousness. The emotion you broadcast acts as the magnetic attractor that pulls specific potentials from the quantum field into physical manifestation. The challenge is we live disconnected from our hearts. We're conditioned to analyze, rationalize, doubt. We suppress the heart's intuition and wisdom in favor of the brain's cold calculation. This disconnection creates the emptiness and stagnation we experience. We attempt to resolve emotional imbalances with mental strategies, which is like trying to extinguish fire by fanning it. The mind can diagnose the problem, but only the heart possesses the power to transform it. Modern culture has trained us to distrust the heart. We're taught that emotions are weakness, that feelings cloud judgment, that rationality should govern all decisions. But this is a fundamental misunderstanding of how consciousness operates. Your heart's intelligence isn't emotional in the way we typically think of emotions as reactive and unstable. Heart intelligence is different. It's the calm knowing that arises when you're aligned with truth. It's the certainty you feel when something is right, even if it doesn't make logical sense. Activating this internal technology requires a specific approach. It's not simply about generating pleasant feelings. It's about creating deliberate coherence between heart and brain, an alignment that produces an energetic signature so clear and powerful that the universe must respond. But this activation can't occur randomly. It depends on an exceptionally rare and temporary window of opportunity, a moment when the boundary between your internal and external worlds becomes translucent. So how do you actually engage this powerful heart key? The answer is critical because the opportunity for genuine transformation isn't constantly available. It doesn't accommodate our schedules. Instead, it emerges in rare and fleeting moments, like a momentary glitch in your programmed reality. It might manifest as a sudden clarity thought that cuts through mental static, an unexpected wave of inspiring emotion, or even a dream so vivid it shakes your waking certainties. In those unique moments, a portal opens. Not a physical opening, but a crack in the fabric of space-time. A moment of maximum potential where your personal energy aligns perfectly with quantum field possibilities. It's as if the universe pauses and asks, what do you actually want to create? In that moment, your manifestation ability amplifies exponentially. It's the inflection point, the golden opportunity to rewrite your destiny. These moments are what ancient traditions called thin places, locations or moments where the veil between worlds becomes translucent. But here's what they understood that we've forgotten. These thin places aren't just geographic locations. They're temporal and energetic. They occur when your personal frequency reaches a specific resonance with universal frequency. When your heart achieves coherence, you create your own thin place, your own portal for manifestation. The danger, and this is where most people fail, is that this window is incredibly narrow and closes rapidly. Modern neuroscience confirms what ancient masters already knew. The human brain is a survival mechanism designed to return to familiar patterns. Research demonstrates that without consistent reinforcement, the brain discards new information or experiences and reverts to automatic patterns within 48 to 72 hours. Novelty registers as a threat to stability. This means if you don't act within that brief opportunity window, the chance evaporates. The analytical mind, armed with skepticism and doubt, rapidly regains control. It will diminish that profound experience to mere coincidence, a daydream, or meaningless thought. The door that opened slams shut, and you're thrown back into your original reality, your original patterns of thinking and feeling. The person you are today holds a possibility that the person you become tomorrow may have already lost forever. Your brain's survival mechanism doesn't understand the difference between physical danger and psychological growth. To your primitive brain, anything unfamiliar equals threat. When you begin shifting your frequency, when you start breaking free from old patterns, your brain interprets this as danger. It triggers fear responses designed to pull you back to the familiar, even if the familiar is painful. This is why transformation feels uncomfortable. Your biology is literally fighting against your evolution. Thoth, who governed the cycles of moon and stars, completely understood the fleeting nature of cosmic opportunities. He knew there were optimal times for planting and optimal times for harvesting, and that ignoring these cycles guaranteed failure. The identical principle applies to your personal transformation. The window doesn't open randomly. It's a gift, a rare alignment that you helped create through your inner searching. To waste it is to signal the universe that fundamentally you prefer the familiarity of your prison to the uncertainty of freedom. Therefore, the issue isn't merely recognizing the window when it appears, but being prepared to act instantly before the reactive mind sabotages the process. You need a tool, a practical and immediate method to anchor the new energy and communicate to your brain and the universe that the shift is real and permanent. Fortunately, this tool exists, and it's so simple and brief that it contradicts everything we've been taught about transformation requiring effort. It's a practice that takes only moments, the 3-minute energy reprogramming ritual. You don't need hours of mountain meditation or elaborate ceremonial practices. The technique for capturing the opportunity within that narrow window is remarkably simple, direct, and requires only 3 minutes daily. The most powerful timing is immediately upon waking, in that liminal state between sleep and wakefulness, before your analytical mind activates with its inventory of worries, obligations, and fears. This is when your subconscious remains most open and receptive to new programming. Why is this morning window so powerful? Because you're emerging from the theta brainwave state of deep sleep, passing through alpha waves before arriving at beta consciousness. In this transition, your subconscious is still accessible. The critical factor that normally guards the door between conscious and subconscious is temporarily lowered. This is the same state hypnotherapists guide people into to install new programming. You're naturally in this state every single morning. Most people waste it by immediately checking their phones, allowing external programming to flood in before they've set their own frequency for the day. The moment you open your eyes, before reaching for your phone or placing feet on the floor, sit comfortably in bed, close your eyes once more, and position one or both hands on your chest center over your heart. Breathe deeply and slowly, but introduce something different. Imagine the air isn't entering through your nostrils but flowing directly into and out of your heart center. This simple visualization begins shifting your awareness from the thinking brain to the feeling heart, activating its powerful electromagnetic antenna. This breathing technique isn't arbitrary. When you focus your attention on your heart and breathe as if air is moving through your heart, you're activating the vagus nerve, the primary nerve of the parasympathetic nervous system. This immediately shifts your body out of the stress response and into the rest and digest state. You're telling your body at the most fundamental level that it's safe, that there's no threat, that it's time to heal and regenerate. This physiological shift is essential because you cannot create from a state of stress. Creation requires the parasympathetic state. Now, with your attention anchored in your heart, do something that will seem radical to your logical mind. Deliberately begin generating an elevated emotion, as if your desired future already exists as your current reality. Don't think about gratitude. Feel gratitude permeating every cell for the perfect health you possess. Don't visualize abundance. Feel the emotion of freedom and financial security as if your accounts were already overflowing. Feel the love and fulfillment of an incredible relationship even if you're currently alone. This is the crucial distinction most people miss. They try to visualize their desires, creating mental images of what they want. But visualization alone doesn't carry enough charge to affect the quantum field. It's the emotion, the feeling that generates the electromagnetic signal powerful enough to reorganize matter and probability. Visualization can help you access the emotion, but the emotion is the actual creative force. You're not trying to see your future. You're trying to feel it so completely that your body believes it's already living it. By practicing this, you're performing an advanced spiritual technology. You're combining clear intention, the thought of your future, with elevated emotion, the energy of your heart. This combination generates a powerful new electromagnetic signature. You're literally broadcasting a new signal into the quantum field. Instead of transmitting the frequency of lack and waiting, you're transmitting the frequency of wholeness and receiving. You're teaching your body at the cellular level what it feels like to already embody the person you're becoming. Now, what we've explored today barely scratches the surface of this quantum foundation. If you're feeling the pull to go deeper, to understand the complete system of how consciousness shapes reality, I've created a comprehensive guide called Beyond the Frequencies, a quantum guide to consciousness mastery. It takes you through the 9 master frequencies, shows you how to move from unconscious transmission to becoming the broadcast itself, and provides step-by-step practices for living as the field rather than separate from it. It's linked in the pinned comment below. And here's the magic. Your body doesn't know the difference between an experience that's actually happening and an experience you're vividly imagining with full emotional engagement. When you feel gratitude for perfect health, your body begins releasing the same neurochemicals and activating the same genetic expressions as if you were actually healthy. When you feel the emotion of financial freedom, your nervous system responds as if you're actually secure. You're literally chemically and electrically becoming the person you want to be before the external reality has shifted. This 3-minute ritual, practiced consistently each morning, is a power declaration. It's you communicating to your brain and the universe. I'm no longer waiting for my reality to shift before I feel good. I will feel good first, and thereby my reality will be compelled to shift to match my new state of being. You stop being an effect of your reality and become its cause. You're reconditioning your body to inhabit a new future instead of recycling the same past. Many will doubt the simplicity of this technique, but its power resides not in complexity, but in energy physics and biology. What you're doing in these 3 minutes transcends positive thinking. You're initiating a cascade of biochemical and genetic transformations in your body. You're literally becoming an alchemist, transmuting heart energy into physical matter. And the scientific evidence of what happens next is so remarkable it appears magical. This might sound like a feel-good exercise, but what occurs in your body when you perform this ritual is profoundly tangible. The effects are physical, measurable, and deeply transformative. We're entering the territory of epigenetics, a revolutionary biological field that's proving ancient masters correct. Epigenetics demonstrates that your genes aren't your fixed destiny. They're more like a vast library of possibilities. And it's your thoughts, and more critically, your emotions, that determine which possibilities get activated. Think of your genes as light switches. Emotions of stress, fear, anger, and victimhood, the survival mode emotions, activate genes associated with inflammation, accelerated aging, and disease. They literally signal your body to prepare for threat, diverting energy from growth and healing. When you live in this chronic state, your body begins breaking down from within, and you become increasingly vulnerable to health challenges. Your body is constantly reading your emotional state and adjusting its biology accordingly. When you're in stress mode, your body diverts blood flow away from your digestive system, reproductive organs, and immune system toward your arms and legs for fighting or fleeing. It suppresses growth hormone production and increases cortisol. It changes the expression of hundreds of genes to prepare for short-term survival at the expense of long-term health. This is perfect if you're running from a predator. But when you're living in chronic stress about money or relationships, you're keeping your body in emergency mode 24/7, slowly destroying yourself from the inside out. Conversely, when you deliberately cultivate elevated emotions like gratitude, joy, love, and appreciation, as in the 3-minute ritual, you activate a completely different genetic set. You're switching on genes for health, cellular repair, antioxidant production, and longevity. You're signaling your body that it exists in a safe and thriving environment, allowing it to channel energy toward regeneration and flourishing. Science is demonstrating that you can literally heal yourself by shifting your emotional state. Rigorous scientific studies have proven the remarkable effects of this practice. In experiments, people who practiced generating elevated emotions for just minutes daily showed, within less than 1 week, significant alterations in the expression of hundreds of genetic proteins. Their immune systems strengthened, inflammation markers dropped, and genes associated with DNA repair activated. You're not just feeling better. You're actually rewriting your biological code in real time. One particular study showed that after just 4 days of heart coherence practice, participants showed a 100% increase in IgA, the primary antibody defending against pathogens. Another study demonstrated that 8 weeks of this practice led to the lengthening of telomeres, the protective caps on chromosomes that typically shorten with age. People were literally reversing biological aging through emotional state shifts. This isn't metaphysics. This is measurable biology responding to consciousness. This means you are the alchemist you've been searching for. The legendary transmutation of lead into gold was never about physical metals. It was always a metaphor for consciousness transformation. Lead represents your old personality with its limiting thought patterns and low-frequency emotions. Gold represents your awakened self, the expression of your highest potential. By shifting your internal energy, you're literally transforming your body's matter cell by cell. The ancient alchemists weren't trying to get rich. They were trying to demonstrate a fundamental principle of reality. Consciousness transmutes matter. The outer work of combining physical elements was always a mirror for the inner work of combining thought and emotion to transform the physical body and external reality. They understood that the same principles governing chemical transformation govern reality transformation. The secret ingredient in both processes is coherence, the alignment of all elements into a unified field of potential. This understanding leads us directly to the core of the message that Thoth and other great masters attempted to convey. They weren't discussing external deities who granted favors, but universal laws governing creation. They understood that consciousness and energy precede matter, and the central revelation, the secret connecting everything we've explored, is simultaneously the simplest and most powerful truth about reality's nature and your position within it. The hidden message of Thoth revealed. Pause here for a moment. In the comments below, share one pattern or belief you're ready to release after watching this. Let that declaration be your first act of conscious creation. Now all the puzzle pieces align. The message that Thoth and other sages left for humanity, concealed in hermetic texts and complex symbols, wasn't about mystical rituals to appease distant gods. It was an instruction manual on reality's physics. The central message, the great secret of creation, is this: you don't attract into your life what you want. You attract into your life what you are energetically. Your external reality is, and always will be, a perfect mirror of your internal energetic signature. Contemplate this deeply. Your current life, with all its joys and challenges, isn't a random collection of circumstances. It's a direct reflection of the combination of your dominant thoughts and emotions. If you exist in a state of money worry, your reality will continue presenting situations that validate that worry. If you vibrate at a frequency of relationship distrust, you'll attract people and events that confirm others cannot be trusted. The universe isn't punishing you, it's simply matching your transmission. This is what Thoth meant by the principle of correspondence in the Hermetic texts. As above, so below. As within, so without. Your inner world and outer world are not separate. They're two sides of the same coin, two expressions of the same energetic frequency. When you change the inner frequency, the outer reality must reorganize itself to match. It's not magic, it's physics. The electromagnetic field you generate through your heart-brain coherence literally organizes the quantum field around you. Transforming your life, therefore, has never been about battling the external world. It has never been about attempting to control people, forcing situations, or exhausting yourself through effort. That's the approach of a prisoner trying to redecorate their cell walls. True liberation emerges from recalibrating your inner world. By practicing coherence between heart and mind, as in the ritual you learned, you fundamentally transform your energetic signature. You stop broadcasting the victim signal and begin broadcasting the creator signal. When you do this, you cease being a leaf blown by circumstantial winds and become the conductor of your own energy. The universe, which previously seemed to impose reality upon you, now begins reflecting the new reality you're emitting from within. Doors don't open because you force them. They open because you've become the key that fits the lock. This is the secret of conscious creation, the greatest revelation of all. You don't need to ask, plead, or struggle. You only need to become, in thought and feeling, the person who already possesses what they desire. Take a moment and comment below with this phrase: I am the creator of my reality. Let that declaration ripple out into the quantum field as a statement of your awakening. Let it mark this moment as the turning point, when you stopped being a victim of circumstance and claimed your creative power. This is the true essence of Thoth's teachings on the principle of correspondence. As within, so without. It's not philosophy. It's a formula. Your reality is feedback. If you don't appreciate what you're receiving, the only lasting solution is changing the signal you're transmitting. Most people spend entire lifetimes attempting to alter their mirror reflection without realizing the image to be changed is themselves. They argue with the mirror, negotiate with it, but the reflection only mirrors their actions. By understanding and applying this principle, you exit the victim game and enter the creator game. You assume 100% responsibility for your life experience, not with guilt, but with power. Because if you, through your energy, co-created your current reality, it means you possess the absolute power to co-create a new one. And when you begin operating from this new consciousness level and energy frequency, the universe begins conspiring in your favor in ways that appear miraculous. Once you begin practicing this new way of being, and your energetic frequency elevates and stabilizes, something extraordinary begins manifesting in the external world. Things that previously seemed improbable or even impossible begin appearing in your life with startling ease. You'll think of a friend you haven't contacted in years, and that same day, that person messages you. A job opportunity that seems perfectly aligned with your passions and talents will emerge from an unexpected source. The solution to a financial or relationship problem that's plagued you for years will suddenly crystallize in your mind with perfect clarity, perhaps during a shower or a walk. These events aren't coincidences or luck. They're physical evidence that the quantum field is responding to your new energetic signature. They're synchronicities, the language the universe uses to show you that you're on the correct path, that your transmission has been received, and that reality is reorganizing itself to match your new vibration. The universe is literally rearranging matter, time, and events to create a perfect reflection of your new inner state. Carl Jung understood synchronicities as more than mere coincidence. He recognized them as moments when the boundary between inner and outer dissolves, when the collective unconscious breaks through into individual experience. But what Jung was describing from a psychological perspective is the same phenomenon quantum physics describes: the observer effect. When you change your internal state, you change what you're capable of observing. New possibilities that were always there suddenly become visible to you because your frequency now matches theirs. The right people, those who resonate with your new frequency of abundance, joy, and purpose, will be magnetically attracted into your life. Simultaneously, the people and situations that represented your old energy of scarcity and victimhood will begin naturally drifting away without drama or conflict. You don't need to sever connections. The connections simply dissolve because energetic resonance no longer exists. This can feel disorienting at first. People you've known for years might suddenly feel like strangers. Conversations that once seemed important might suddenly feel hollow. This isn't judgment. It's frequency, mismatch. As you elevate your frequency, you can only maintain relationships with people who match or complement that frequency. Others will naturally fall away, creating space for new connections that align with who you're becoming. You stop struggling and forcing outcomes. Instead of swimming against the current, you learn to flow with it, realizing the current is carrying you exactly where you want to go. You begin witnessing results unfolding before you, often in far better and more creative ways than your limited mind could have orchestrated. Life ceases being a battle and becomes a dance, a co-creation between you and universal intelligence. Thoth taught that a truly aligned being doesn't need to fight for what they desire, because the universe delivers their desires through resonance, not effort. Effort and struggle are indicators that you're operating from your old frequency of separation and lack. When you operate from the frequency of unity and wholeness, manifestation becomes a natural and effortless process. The universe isn't giving you what you want. It's simply revealing what you've already become within. If this understanding is resonating with something deep inside you, if you feel this frequency touching your consciousness, then I invite you to subscribe, not just to this channel, but to this conversation, this movement of awakening. Subscribe to stay coherent with this frequency, to remind yourself daily that you are the creator of your reality. However, it's precisely at this point, when miracles begin occurring and the new reality begins materializing, that the greatest and most subtle danger of the entire journey emerges. It's a silent enemy originating from within, a force that will attempt at all costs to drag you back to your old prison just when you're about to achieve liberation. And if you're not vigilant, this force can destroy all your progress. The silent danger that could destroy everything. Just when your new reality begins taking shape, when synchronicities become frequent and you begin tasting genuine freedom, a silent internal enemy emerges from the shadows. It's the greatest danger of the entire journey, doubt fueled by your old self. Your programmed mind, your ego, which has identified for so long with struggle and suffering, will panic when it realizes it's losing control. It will do everything to sabotage your progress and pull you back into the comfort of your old prison. It will begin whispering in your mind with the voice of false rationality. This is too good to be true, it will say. It was just random luck. It won't last. You don't deserve this much happiness. Something bad will happen to balance things out. These thoughts aren't your own. They're defense mechanisms of a dying identity. The ego craves the familiarity of the known, even if the known is a cell of pain and limitation, because at least there it knows who it is and how to survive. The ego isn't evil. It's simply confused. It believes its job is to protect you by keeping you small, by preventing you from taking risks, by maintaining the status quo. It doesn't understand that what it's actually doing is imprisoning you. When you begin to break free, when you start accessing higher frequencies, the ego interprets this as death. In a way, it is the death of who you used to be. But death and rebirth are the same process. You cannot become the new without releasing the old. Every moment of hesitation, every time you listen to that doubt voice and revert to worrying about the future or complaining about the past, you reactivate your old energetic signature. It's like attempting to tune into a new radio station with inspiring music, while part of you keeps turning the dial back to the old station of static and negativity. This oscillation weakens your new signal and creates confusion in the quantum field. Reality doesn't know which transmission to respond to. Indecision is a powerful statement to the universe. It says, "I'm not genuinely ready for this new reality. I'm still clinging to my old suffering story." And the field, in its neutrality and wisdom, simply complies. It pauses the manifestation of your new reality, steps back, and waits for a clear and consistent signal. The opportunity doesn't vanish completely, but it loses its strength and momentum. The window that was wide open begins slowly closing. This is the point where many people surrender. They experience a glimpse of magic, witness proof that change is possible, but are frightened by their own light. They feel more comfortable in the shadow of their old identity. Returning to family drama, to complaining, and to a victim mentality seems safer than embracing the power and responsibility of being the creator of their own life. It's the prisoner syndrome. After years of incarceration, they fear the outside world and prefer returning to the safety of their cell. Marianne Williamson captured this perfectly. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. When you begin to recognize your true creative power, when you realize you've been the author of your life all along, it's simultaneously liberating and terrifying. Because if you have that much power, you also have that much responsibility. Don't underestimate the power of this self-sabotage. It's the reason why few people manage to sustain genuine and lasting transformation. Overcoming this phase requires constant vigilance and a conscious moment-by-moment choice to trust the process and ignore the static of the old mind. You've journeyed too far to turn back now. Now you find yourself at a final crossroads, and the choice you make will define not only your future, but which version of you will continue to exist. You've reached a crossroads. Not tomorrow, not next week, but at this very moment. Before you, two paths diverge. To the left is the familiar road, well-paved and predictable. It's the path of your old story with its known struggles, its comfortable limitations, and the victim narrative that absolves you of any responsibility. It's the path to returning to sleep, to pretending this message was just a passing delusion. It's safe, but it's a safety that costs you your soul. To your right, the path is shrouded in mist. It is the unknown, the mystery. There are no guarantees, only the possibility of becoming the person you felt you were in those 3 minutes this morning. It is the path of the Creator, which demands courage, trust, and the willingness to abandon everything you thought you were. It is the path of embracing your power and your responsibility. It may seem daunting, but it is the only path that leads to true freedom and the expression of your unlimited potential. This moment right here is the pivot point. Every great transformation in human history began with someone standing at this exact crossroads, facing this exact choice. Moses at the burning bush, Buddha under the Bodhi tree. Every awakened being who ever lived stood where you're standing now, feeling what you're feeling. The uncertainty, the fear, the simultaneous pull of the familiar and the call of the infinite. And they chose the unknown. They chose their power. They chose to become. This message will not appear a second time on your timeline, not because it will self-destruct, but because its purpose has been fulfilled. Its purpose was simple: to open the window. It was to remind you of the forgotten power that has always resided in your heart. It was to show you the lock and give you the key. The message has fulfilled its role. Now the next step no longer depends on it. It depends entirely on you. Knowledge without action is useless, a seed that was never planted. The choice between these two paths isn't made with words or promises. You can't deceive the universe. The choice is made with your energy, with your actions. What will you do when you wake up tomorrow morning? Will you grab your phone and dive back into the hypnosis of the outside world, allowing the old programming to take control? Or will you sit down, place your hand on your heart, and deliberately choose the frequency of your future before the world has a chance to tell you who you should be? The answer to this single question will not only seal your fate, but determine which version of you will continue to exist. Because with each choice, you strengthen one timeline and weaken the other. By choosing the path of the heart, you nurture and solidify the reality of your awakened self. By choosing the path of the automatic mind, you feed the reality of your sleeping self. You are at every moment deciding which you is real. Every morning is a rebirth. Every morning you have the opportunity to choose which version of yourself gets stronger. Think of it like watering two different plants. Whichever one you water grows, whichever one you neglect withers. Your awakened self and your sleeping self both exist as potentials within you. The one you feed with your attention, your emotion, your energy, that's the one that becomes your dominant reality. And here's what most people don't realize. This choice compounds over time. Each day you choose the heart path. You're not just adding to your progress. You're multiplying it. The coherence builds on itself. The frequency strengthens. The manifestations accelerate. After 30 days of consistent practice, you're not 30 times stronger. You're exponentially stronger. The quantum field begins responding faster. Synchronicities become commonplace. What used to take months to manifest begins appearing in weeks, then days. But the inverse is also true. Each day you choose the old path. You're not just maintaining the status quo. You're reinforcing the prison walls. You're telling the universe, this is who I am. This is what I deserve. And the universe, in its perfect neutrality, says, so be it, and continues delivering more of the same. Thoth, guardian of ultimate wisdom, reveals in his teachings that you have never been separate from the quantum field, from the creative power of the universe. You have always been the creator. You had simply forgotten how to create. This entire journey has been about remembering the power that resides in your heart, your ability to transform energy into matter, and your freedom to choose the reality you wish to experience. In the Emerald Tablet, Thoth's most famous teaching, he wrote, "That which is below is like that which is above, and that which is above is like that which is below, to accomplish the miracles of the one thing." This isn't mystical poetry, it's a precise instruction. The one thing is consciousness. The miracle is manifestation, and the mechanism is alignment between your inner state and outer reality. The ancient Egyptians understood that we're not human beings having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. Your true nature isn't your body, your thoughts, or your circumstances. Your true nature is the awareness observing all of it. You are the quantum field experiencing itself through the lens of individuality. When you remember this, when you align with this truth, you stop being a victim of reality and become its conscious author. The window is open. The choice is yours. What will you do now? Will you allow this message to be just another piece of content you consumed and forgot? Or will you let it be the catalyst for your transformation? The difference between these two outcomes is a single decision followed by consistent action. And here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need to see the entire path. You just need to take the first step. Tomorrow morning, before your feet touch the floor, before you check your phone, before the world has a chance to tell you who you are, sit up in bed, place your hand on your heart, and for 3 minutes, feel the future you're choosing to create. That's it. That's the entire practice. 3 minutes of deliberate heart coherence. 3 minutes of choosing your frequency. 3 minutes of being the person you're becoming before the world has a chance to remind you of who you've been. Can you commit to that? Can you give yourself 3 minutes before giving the world the rest of your day? Consider returning to this video each morning before you begin your practice. Let it recalibrate your understanding, remind you of the physics behind what you're doing, anchor you in the truth of your creative power. And if someone in your life is struggling, trapped in their own loops, share this with them. By spreading these quantum consciousness principles, you're not just helping them, you're strengthening your own frequency, creating ripples in the collective field that return to you as accelerated manifestation and expanded awareness. If you've made it this far, you're part of the 1% who were ready to receive this transmission. Your transformation journey begins now. To seal this moment and anchor your new awareness, drop one word in the comments that captures the energy you're choosing to embody moving forward. One word that represents your commitment to this path. Let that word be your energetic signature to the quantum field, your declaration of who you're becoming. Your presence until the end is already an immense contribution in spreading this knowledge. The more of us who embody this truth, the more the collective field shifts. You're not just transforming your own reality, you're contributing to the transformation of collective consciousness. Every person who awakens makes it easier for the next person to awaken. You're part of a movement, a frequency shift happening across the planet. If you feel called to support the channel more directly, there's an option to contribute in the first pinned comment. Any support is deeply appreciated and vital to the channel's growth, allowing more content like this to reach other people who are also seeking awakening. And if you can't contribute financially, simply sharing this video with someone who needs to hear this is already an act of tremendous value. You never know whose life you might transform by sharing this message at the exact moment they needed to hear it. Before you go, I want to remind you of something crucial. This isn't the end. This is the beginning. The information you've received today is just the foundation. There's so much more to explore about consciousness, quantum manifestation, and the mechanics of reality creation. The journey doesn't stop here. It's only just started. Subscribe not just to stay connected, but to stay coherent, to stay aligned with this frequency. Every video on this channel is designed to deepen your understanding, to provide practical tools, to keep you anchored in your creator consciousness. The algorithm might not show you everything I post, but when you subscribe and engage, you're telling the universe, yes, I want more of this. I'm committed to this path. And don't leave yet. Your journey doesn't end here. I've prepared a special video for you to take the next step. Content that will go deeper into what we've discussed and provide you with practical tools to apply this transformation. Click on the video that's currently appearing on the screen and let's continue this journey together. Because here's the truth. You didn't find this video by accident. This message found you because you were ready. Because somewhere in your consciousness, you sent out a signal asking for exactly this information at exactly this time. And the universe, in its infinite intelligence, delivered. Now it's your turn to deliver. To yourself, to your future, to the reality you came here to create. The quantum field is waiting. Your new timeline is waiting. The person you're meant to become is waiting. And they're all waiting for one thing: your decision, your commitment, your consistent action. Everything you need is already within you. The power has always been yours. You just needed to remember, and now you have. So take a deep breath. Feel your heart beating in your chest. That's not just a mechanical pump. That's your most powerful antenna, your direct connection to universal intelligence, your creative engine. Honor it. Listen to it. Let it guide you. Because your heart knows the way home. It knows the frequency of your highest timeline. It knows who you came here to become. This is your moment. This is your message. This is your awakening. The window is open. Step through. But there's something critical you need to understand about the thoughts running through your mind right now. Most people don't realize that the majority of thoughts they experience aren't actually theirs. They're absorbed frequencies from the collective field, recycled patterns from past programming, energetic transmissions from others. When you begin to recognize which thoughts are truly yours and which are just noise from the field, reality shifts instantly. I've explored this phenomenon in depth, showing you how to identify these foreign thoughts and reclaim your mental sovereignty. This understanding will completely transform how you navigate your consciousness and accelerate everything we've discussed today.